You don't have to start the game to change it. Every great team has a secret weapon, someone who comes off the bench and instantly shifts the energy. That's the sixth man.
2 to shoot. Hero unloads. Got it! An amazing shot by Tyler Hero to
Clarkson dancing out front, trying to find space. He does and takes it on top of the rim.
Not on me. But Jordan Clarkson, my goodness, we knew he was athletic.
The most underrated role in basketball and the heartbeat of every winning team. I'll break down exactly why the sixth man is so valuable, what makes them elite, and how you can train to develop the same mindset and skill set that makes them so effective. Stick around until the end, because I'll be giving you a sample workout to help you train like a true sixth man, both on and off the court. The sixth man isn't on the bench because they're not good enough to start. Most great sixth men could start on almost any other team in the league, but basketball isn't just about who's the best individually. It's about balance, chemistry, and roles. A smart coach builds lineups like a chess game. Every piece matters. The reason the sixth man comes off the bench is strategic. It's about optimizing performance throughout the entire 48 minutes. Here's how it works. 1. Staggered scoring. Most starting lineups already have 2 or 3 high-level scorers. That's a lot of offensive power on the court at once. But the challenge comes when those players sit down. Every team has stretches during the game where the starters rest, and that's when most offenses collapse. The ball stops moving, the pace slows down, and the other team goes on a run. That's exactly why the sixth man exists. When they check in, the team doesn't lose its rhythm. The style just shifts. Maybe the starters run a more structured offense, while the sixth man brings isolation scoring, creativity, and pace. Think about players like Lou Williams or Tyler Hero. When they enter the game, they take over possessions, hunt mismatches, and keep the scoreboard active. Their job isn't to replace the starters, it's to make sure the team never loses its offensive flow, even when the stars take a breather. A great sixth man keeps the pressure on the defense from start to finish. The moment you relax, they're already in rhythm, ready to attack. 2. Energy and momentum shifts. A true sixth man knows how to shift that energy the moment they step on the court. When the team's flat or the starters are coasting, the sixth man brings life back into the building. Their energy is contagious. They talk, they hustle, they make plays that wake everyone up. Think about Jordan Clarkson for the Utah Jazz or Malik Monk for the Kings. The second they check in, everything changes. The pace picks up, the crowd gets louder, and the whole team starts feeding off their confidence. Sometimes the sixth man doesn't even need to score to make an impact. Diving for a loose ball, taking a charge, or just bringing intensity on defense can completely shift momentum. Third matchup advantage. Coaches also use sixth men to exploit matchups. Let's take Manu Ginóbili, for example. He was one of the most skilled guards in the world, capable of starting on any NBA roster. But Greg Popovich, one of the greatest coaches ever, made a conscious decision to bring him off the bench. Why? Because Manu running against second units was a nightmare for opposing teams. Instead of fighting for shots alongside Tim Duncan and Tony Parker in the opening minutes, Manu got to attack weaker defenders later in the quarter. He could run the offense, dictate tempo, and dominate when opposing teams had their backups in. That's the hidden power of the sixth man. They change matchups. They're often just as talented as starters, but when you put them up against bench players, they become unstoppable. Coaches know this, and they build rotations around it. Sometimes it's not about who starts, it's about who finishes and who can control the flow of the game in the middle. Stretches where momentum swings happen most.
Durant finds Iguodala, goes inside and throws it down. Fourth turnover for Cleveland. Draymond Green back out Iguodala. He's wide open and hits again.
4. Leadership for the bench unit. The sixth man often acts as the captain of the second unit. When you come off the bench with players who might not get the same touches or minutes as the starters, things can get messy. Roles blur, energy drops. That's where the sixth man steps up. They act as the captain of that group. They control the offense, call out plays, and keep everyone engaged. They bring structure to chaos. A great sixth man knows how to keep the pace steady, keep teammates involved, and make sure the bench unit runs like a well-oiled machine. This type of leadership often goes unnoticed. You don't see it on the stat sheet, but coaches love it. Players respect it. The sixth man is the voice that keeps the team composed when the stars aren't on the floor. It takes maturity to lead a group that might not always get credit. But that's what separates the average sixth men from the great ones. They embrace that responsibility and elevate everyone around them. 5. Depth and consistency. Finally, having a strong sixth man means your team never truly drops in quality. A strong sixth man gives a team something most opponents don't have: reliability when the starters sit. That consistency is what wins long playoff series. You can't rely on stars to play 40 minutes every night. Fatigue, foul trouble, or injuries happen. That's when a dependable sixth man becomes a lifeline. Look back at every championship team. They all had one. The Warriors had Andre Iguodala. The Spurs had Ginóbili. The Lakers had Lamar Odom. Even recent teams like the Bucks leaned on Bobby Portis to keep energy and production high. A sixth man ensures the team never truly drops in quality, no matter who's on the floor. That stability is priceless. It allows the team to stay consistent for all 48 minutes and through the grind of a full season. That's why being the sixth man is the bridge between the starters and the bench. You're the stabilizer that keeps everything connected. When you embrace that responsibility, you become the kind of player every coach trusts and every teammate loves playing with. So what separates an average bench player from a great sixth man? It comes down to mindset, impact, and adaptability. Let's break that down. 1. The selfless mindset. Every great sixth man has one thing in common. They've accepted the role. They're not obsessed with starting or chasing headlines. They care about one thing: winning. Players like Manu Ginóbili had the talent to start on almost any team, but he embraced his role because he understood the bigger picture. He knew his presence off the bench gave the Spurs a massive edge, and that sacrifice helped build a dynasty. It takes real humility to put the team before your ego, but that's what makes a true sixth man special. 2. Instant impact. The sixth man doesn't have time to warm up into the game. They need to make an impact immediately. Whether it's scoring, playmaking, or providing defensive pressure, they bring something noticeable the second they step on the floor. Lou Williams and Jamal Crawford are perfect examples. Both could come off the bench cold and drop 20. They were instant offense, capable of swinging a game in a matter of minutes.
Lou moves to his left and knocks it out of the ring. Lou, all the way to the goal. There he is, Crawford. 4-3 in the park. Bingo!
3rd, versatility. A great sixth man can play with anyone. Starters, bench players, small lineups, big lineups. It doesn't matter. They adapt to any role. This versatility makes them a coach's dream. They can fit into multiple lineups, run the offense, or play off-ball when needed. That flexibility allows teams to experiment with rotations without sacrificing production. 4. Confidence and rhythm control. Even though they don't start, great sixth men play with the confidence of a starter. They know their value, they trust their skills, and they can find rhythm fast, even without consistent minutes. That's a skill most players underestimate: the ability to create your own rhythm. You might not know when your number will be called, but when it is, you're ready to perform at a high level. 5. Stamina and consistency. Sixth men deal with unpredictable minutes. Some nights, they play 12 minutes. Other nights, they close the entire fourth quarter. The key is staying physically and mentally ready at all times. That level of consistency separates great sixth men from the rest. You can't be streaky. You have to deliver every single night, no matter what the box score says. Let's talk about some players who mastered this role and changed the way we think about the sixth man position. Manu Ginóbili. He could have easily started for the Spurs, or any team for that matter. But Popovich used him as a weapon off the bench, allowing the Spurs to have elite playmaking and scoring for the entire 48 minutes. His unselfishness and leadership turned the Spurs' second unit into one of the most efficient in NBA history. Lou Williams, the definition of instant offense. Lou could walk into the game and drop 25 before you even noticed. His scoring ability made him one of the most feared bench players ever. He didn't need rhythm, he created it. Jamal Crawford, maybe the smoothest scorer in NBA history off the bench. His creativity, handle, and confidence made him a walking highlight reel. Jamal wasn't just about flash. He was a momentum shifter. When he caught fire, it changed everything. Tyler Herro. Herro brings starter-level scoring and playmaking to Miami's bench. His ability to come in, control pace, and score in bunches keeps the Heat competitive even when their stars rest. Malik Monk. Explosive, energetic, and fearless. Monk brings a burst of athleticism and confidence that keeps the pressure on defenses, even when he's coming off the bench. These players remind us that being a sixth man isn't about status, it's about impact. They prove that you don't have to start to finish games, change outcomes, and earn respect. Being a sixth man isn't easy. You have to fight against ego, inconsistency, and public perception. Everyone celebrates the starters, but few truly understand the grind of the players who keep the team alive when the lights dim. The sixth man mentality is about patience and trust. It's knowing your moment will come, and when it does, you'll be ready. It's about showing up every single day, bringing energy, and pushing your teammates to be better, even if your name isn't in the headlines. In a way, the sixth man embodies what every great teammate should be: selfless, prepared, and dependable. They're the glue that holds everything together. When you adopt that mindset in your own game, you become invaluable. Coaches notice it, teammates respect it, and over time, you start to realize that leadership doesn't always come from the front. Sometimes it comes from the bench. Now, here's a sample workout you can follow. Go ahead and screenshot this and adjust it to your liking. The sixth man isn't just a role, it's a mentality. It's about embracing the grind, showing up every day, and proving that your impact isn't defined by when you enter the game, but by what you do when you're in it. So if you're that player who doesn't start, remember, your value isn't measured by your minutes, it's measured by your impact. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more basketball breakdowns, and comment below. Do you think being a sixth man is harder than being a starter? I'll be reading every comment and replying to the best ones. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.